Well, here I am finally on shore in wonderful tropical South Florida. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm on board the Oasis of the Seas, Central Park, about 15 nautical miles offshore in the Bahamas. What an amazing space. Over 12,000 plants and trees. Take a look.
Central Park and Boardwalk both were the opportunity structurally to separate the upper part of the ship and create an opening where we could actually combine the elements with the cruise experience. The park itself, with its 12,000 plants and trees, is a true breakthrough in cruise ship architecture. It's an elegant space. It's an upscale space where you can have wonderful culinary opportunities. There are over 200 balcony staterooms facing into the park. An extraordinary opportunity for people who now have a choice to buy a view of the ocean or buy a view of a neighborhood. 150 Central Park is a new breakthrough concept for us. It's a magnificent experience, unbelievable. We have an Italian restaurant here that's a new concept for us called Giovanni's Table. There's Chops Grill, which I guess you could say is a traditional staple for us now. Then we have Vintages, which is first and foremost a wine bar, but serves tapas, and you can eat at a table that is the largest wine bottle in the world. Then there's Park Cafe, which is a make-your-own salad or grab and go. Then you can shop at Coach for your pocketbook or what have you. You can get your portraits taken from the photography studio that's up here. And then you can go to Art Actually, another new concept for us. And what a different flavor it gives to this cruise experience. It's just a remarkable new space.
Right now I'm on the Boardwalk, one of the most special and unique places on board the Oasis of the Seas. It's a family area. There's so many activities. A original carousel with hand-carved animals really has to be experienced to appreciate. I've actually taken a few rides around myself. So we're going to walk you through the Boardwalk so you get to understand this neighborhood very well.
As you enter the Boardwalk, you immediately get that feeling of Atlantic City and Coney Island, and I think for a lot of people that grew up on the East Coast, it'll definitely take them right back. And then as soon as you see that carousel, it immediately brings the kid back to life in you. And then you begin to see the zip line above you, the Opel Theatre in the aft section, the Crown and Anchor, the sail bar, and it really does become a beautiful expanse of beautiful blue sky and, in my opinion, the best view of the entire ship.
We try to inundate you with food and beverage and all the different restaurants. There's so many options and it's all real close together. So you want a hamburger, we have Johnny Rockets. This is our classic resort style Johnny Rockets where you'd expect to see really anywhere. And then of course just across the way behind me is Seafood Shack. This is actually one of my favorite places because you can just chill out. Everyone here is just relaxing. You have the donut shop, or maybe there's something going on in the ice cream parlor, and to me that's what Boardwalk's all about. Options, variety.
One of the fun things we're doing every single day, we're going to have a family festival out here. So our youth staff and sports staff are going to come out and really get families to play together a little bit and come in and enjoy fun and games with our staff. Everybody loves the rock wall, whether you're 10 years old or 103. People really love the excitement and the challenge and the climb. And when you do turn around and you're looking straight down at the Boardwalk and back to the Opel Theatre and out to the open sea, it's awesome.
Well, here we are again, off the bridge of the Oasis of the Seas, but on the Royal Promenade. What an amazing space. 19 meters wide, and with something called the Rising Tide Bar, a bar that actually is an elevator that goes between the Royal Promenade and Central Park, that amazing space that we have with over 12,000 trees and plants. Take a look at this.
If all we had changed was the Royal Promenade, people would have said this was an amazing new ship. The Royal Promenade does even better what it already did very well on the Voyager and Freedom class, of being that central meeting place.
This is more spacious. You have more elbow room, you have more width here. And really the fact that we can get the daylight in here is changing the feeling, the ambiance very much.
Here it's flowing. It's flowing with the ceiling, it's flowing on the sides, and most importantly, it's twice as wide than the Royal Promenade is on the Freedom and Voyager class.
In the past, we were not just able to carve an opening which is large enough in the center of the ship. So we needed a wider body in order to be able to do that.
I think if you sit down on one of the coffee shops, you would not really think that you're on a ship. It's just an amazing space. It's very classy. It offers a lot of variety. And most importantly, it even offers daylight in this case. So it's gone to a completely new level.
Well, here we are 7 decks below the bridge in the Opel Theatre, looking down on what has to be the most amazing theater, the most amazing stage of any cruise ship anywhere. In fact, I think most Broadway producers would give an arm and a leg to have a facility like this. Right now, they're rehearsing for Hairspray, the first full-length, fully licensed, sanctioned Broadway production ever to take place on a cruise ship. It's an amazing show.
I can't explain to you the fantastic feeling that it was. Like, it was so exciting, and I was like, I actually was going.
Curtain goes up, the audience went absolutely nuts. It was the most amazing feeling.
Hey mama, welcome to the 60s. Give me 5 on the black hand side.
That universal theme of love is amazing. It's been contagious to our cast, and I know it was contagious and palpable to the audience.
The first time ever a Broadway show on board a cruise ship. First time ever to prove to the world that entertainment on board cruise ship is sometimes better than entertainment on land.
Okay, well, here I am on the sports deck, about 300 meters after the bridge, and here's somebody getting ready to go on the zip line. I've done it myself, and I can tell you, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. And the really neat thing about it is everybody's smiling when they do it. So it's one of these examples of so many interesting, fun things to do on the sports deck. Here I am on the golf course. We've got the flow riders behind me, basketball courts, the pools. It's just an amazing space for those guests who like to be active.
Before you even make it all the way up to the sports deck, we have 2 fantastic rock walls that are on the back of the ship overseeing the Aqua Theatre. So all you need to do is come up to one of the desks. They're going to hook you up.
So you're going to go up the blue?
And then climb 13 meters to the top of the wall.
Come on, Jason.
You should be very proud of yourself if you make it all the way to the top and ring that bell.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
When you walk up to deck 15, you're going to see 2 table tennis rooms with 3 tables in each room. And the wind is no longer a factor. So unlike the other ships where it was a very big challenge in playing against the wind, now it's enclosed and you can play a fantastic game without the wind bothering you. Then you walk around, we have a 9-hole golf course, the most beautiful course I've seen so far. We have a full basketball court. It is now enclosed, so the balls will not be going overboard. On the basketball court, not only can you play basketball, we do a variety of activities. Then up the stairs to deck 16, where you're going to find 2 fantastic flow riders. It's about 30,000 gallons of water flowing at 30 miles per hour. It's a simulated surf machine. The blue material over there is like a trampoline, so when you do wipe out, it just bounces you right to the top. You don't need to be a surfer at all. It's flowboarding, which is its own sport. So surfers actually have a little bit of a challenge because it's a different technique. And brand new to the Oasis of the Seas and the Royal Caribbean Fleet is our zip line. We hook you up. It's about 84 feet long. Woo! And it's about a 10-second ride to the end. That was awesome! Woo!
Right now I'm in Dazzles, the lounge that is going to be, I think, changing cruising in the sense that this is a dedicated dance parlor where our guests can enjoy a remarkable jazz band, dancing, ballroom dancing, looking out over the boardwalk, just an amazing facility. And it's just one of so many different places we have on board. And the level of sophistication of entertainment on the Oasis of the Seas is just incredible. I mean, the Aqua Theatre, the Opel Theatre, I know there's Broadway producers out there that would probably give an arm and a leg to be able to have facilities as sophisticated as we have here on board the Oasis of the Seas at their disposal. You know, we're doing full Broadway productions, Hairspray, 90 minutes of a fully sanctioned, licensed Broadway production, first time ever on a cruise ship. And there's so many, many other examples, Dazzles being one of them, but enjoy the rest of it. We've got pools galore. We've got the beach pool. We've got the main pool. We've got the sports pool. We've got the kids pool. We have the Aqua Theatre pool, the biggest pool on any cruise ship in the world. We've got the cantilever jacuzzis that hang over the side of the ship, and I don't know how many other jacuzzis we have. It's water galore.
Deck 15 is the pool and sports zone area. There's just so much to offer up here. It's a variety of different atmospheres.
The pool deck has grown from the Voyager class. They stretched out the Freedom class. Then here we have an H2O zone, a sports pool, a beach pool, which is amazing. There's like no other ship.
There's umbrellas, The water kind of laps up underneath your deck chairs, so you're always in the pool as such.
The H2O zone is for kids. It's got sculptures, some water fountains, a baby splash zone, which is only one of 4 in the entire fleet.
The kids love it. They run under all the spray guns, and there's spray cannons where they stand and spray each other and squirt each other. Then we have the current pool. It's a circular pool, and you can just float around all day. We have one pool situated right in the middle of the solarium. It's more of a plunge pool. You know, you jump in the pool or you walk down the stairs, and there's fountains and sprays in the middle of it where you walk through and you just wet yourself down, cool yourself down, and then you head back to your comfortable lounge chair.
The solarium in itself is just gorgeous. They also have 10 whirlpools on board the ship, 2 which are cantilevered that hang over the side of the ship that are 15 decks above the water. It's the same view the bridge has. They're big, they're spacious. If I could sit in there all day, I would.
Deck 15, it's where it all happens. You get in the sun, you come and you have a good time, you can read a book in the solarium, you can jump into the sports pool and take on any sporting activities. You can get in the main pool, just wade around.
There's deck chairs to relax in, that bar service is going around. There's always music, the sun's out. It's just as good as being on a beach in the middle of the Caribbean.
Well, hello again. On this webisode, I wanted to share with you a part of our operation that you probably don't think about, and that's how do we get all the food that goes to all the different restaurant venues on board the ship. It's an amazing thing to experience. When I pull into port, typically around 4:30 in the morning, one of the sights that I see is about 5 or 6 semi-trucks lined up with their lights on, all waiting to load provisions, as we call it, or food, to the ship. Take a look.
This ship has now become a city. You will be able to find everything on board the Oasis of the Seas. For fruits and vegetables, we're talking about 50,000 pounds. For meat, over 100,000 pounds. In all, we load 95,000 tons of stuff on board the ship on a weekly basis. We have a 6-hour window to turn the whole operation around. Simultaneously, we'll have to be doing luggage coming on board the ship, which coincide with the loading. And we need to make sure that everything is executed in such a way that the ship leaves on time.
I expect a major wow reaction from the guests from the retail perspective because we're carrying brands we've never carried before. One of the strategies that we have in terms of where the actual venues are located was really about the overall ambiance and experience in that particular neighborhood. So for example, if you were in Central Park and you have these amazing places to dine and a great wine bar, of course you're going to want to have a glass of wine and then you want to go to a great store, and Coach makes perfect sense on Central Park. And then when you look at the family experience on Boardwalk, that was really where we thought it made a lot of sense to put Pinwheels for kids or Star Pier for teens, and certainly the candy store. And of course, Royal Promenade is very centrally located, and that's where we thought it would make sense to have our traditional port merchants area, our logo souvenirs for Royal Caribbean. And so it just really fit with the neighborhood. There was a lot of strategy actually behind where everything went. What we have done here is truly transformational as it relates to the retail experience. I think our guests will get great retail therapy, and just evidenced by the fact Coach, which is amazing, and it's the traditional Coach line as well as the Poppy line, which is wildly popular. and a number of other outlets. The one that we've done, Prince and Green, great merchandise, and vendors like Trina Turk, which are very, very popular. And of course, big brands like Chanel and Dior that we're featuring in Solera, which is great. And overall, I think our guests are just going to be blown away. My favorite, actually, I know everybody thinks that my favorite is the Coach store, and it is, but if I was a little kid down on the Boardwalk, the Pinwheel store is amazing. And it's going to be different than guests will have experienced on any other ship. Not just in the individual, but in totality in terms of all of the different offerings. There's certainly something for everybody.
Well, you know, we've been talking about the ship Oasis of the Seas for a long time now. This is not the Oasis of the Seas, but I'm an Adventure Ocean. This is the 15,000 square foot area that's dedicated for kids from 6 months to 11 years. It's an amazing space. They have a science lab, they have an art studio, they've got a theater. We're going to take a look at that theater right now with a show called Imagine Ocean.
The deep blue sea.
It's unlike anything else people have seen before. I don't think anyone's ever done a blacklight puppet show, especially for kids on board. We wanted to create a mini musical for kids and to really not dumb it down, not make it a kids show, but make it really a spectacle for kids and their families.
What I love about our Crown and Anchor members is their passion for the Royal Caribbean brand. These are people who are very experienced with our product and who absolutely love it and are terrific spokespersons, frankly, for our brand. And they are, as we say, loyal to Royal. And last night I had the honor and privilege of having dinner with a group of them, all of whom have 200 or more cruises with us.
Royal Caribbean makes you feel very special because they remember us, they recognize us, and they want our business, whereas the other cruise lines, they don't care if you've been on there 10 times or 20. You're just another paying passenger. Here, you're part of a family.
They're our ambassadors. They're out there in the world, they're talking and blogging and thising and thating about the wonders of Royal Caribbean, and they're very influential in getting people to come and try us for the first time and then become members of the society.
It's gorgeous. And we also watch the ship coming over to this country every day. My friends too. But it's just beautiful. The park, the flowers, everything. It's just beautiful.
It's really fantastic. There is so much to do that you go home, you're going to go home tired.
They know as much or more about the brand and what's going on as I do. Typically they're sailing more often than I am, and they're an extraordinary source of information. So we want for them to know how appreciated they are, and we want for them to feel like they come back and they come home.
All of them are getting name tags, for example. What is that? Why is that important? Because as they walk around the ship, every single crew member has an opportunity to engage with them and to recognize them for being loyal to Royal. So we look for those kinds of opportunities.
We are in the show. We are in the show.
Good morning, America. Come on board.
We're going to show you the biggest cruise ship in the world.
Because we're right here.
These kids are Olympic athletes doing this stuff, so it's an incredible show.
I can proudly say I have officially tried everything that you have on the ship to do it, so it's working and it's great.
Well, I happen to be in love with this ship.
I love Oasis of the Seas. It's my new favorite ship.
Well, here we are in the Aqua Theater, just having completed the traditional naming ceremony. I can still smell the result of the aftermath of the fireworks. What an amazing an event it was. The Oasis of the Seas, the most incredible cruise ship in the world without question, had the most incredible naming ceremony in the history of ship namings. We have 7 godmothers. It was just a remarkable event. Everybody's so excited, and to think of all of us have been part of this for 6 years. Wow, what an evening.
Please welcome your Master of Ceremonies this evening, Mr. Ken Rush.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Oasis of the Seas naming ceremony. We have, as you all know by now, 7 neighborhoods. For the first time in history, we have 7 godmothers. Please help me welcome from the Royal Promenade, Miss Gloria Estefan.
Woo! Yeah, people! Thanks for that glowing introduction, Ken. I'm here on the Royal Promenade in the Rising Tide Bar, where the fun has just begun. Take a look below me at the Rockin' Rhythm Nation Parade. It really is. I've never seen anything like it because it doesn't exist. It really is great, and we're thrilled to be here tonight.
I'm surrounded by the ultimate garden of the high seas, and there's not a single wheat in sight.
Central Park is alive with a lush and radiant energy that's truly refreshing.
A huge honor. It's just an amazing ship, an amazing venture. Everything about it is spectacular.
Wow, after spending the day here, you won't ever want to grow up. I'm just so excited.
Just look at how much fun everyone's having. Well, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. I'm definitely chillaxing here at the Solarium, and hey, why not? I mean, especially when you've got the Vitality at Sea Spa and Fitness Center just around the corner.
Magnificent. You know, the feeling, the work that has gone into this. Who would have thought, you know? I mean, it really does leave you speechless.
This is one of the most unique ice rinks I have ever seen. They should have just named it WOW, because that's all you can say, really, when you try to explain the ship.
I'm surrounded by the smells of cotton candy, fresh seafood, and salty ocean air. There's so much to see. Just look at this carousel. We're all having fun, right? It's such an honor. It's a beautiful ship, and you know, to be a godmother of the Oasis of the Seas, it's, you know, it's honoring.
So we really wanted a naming ceremony that was befitting of the ship that we're on. And I think we were able to manage that tonight.
It's a wonderful feeling. We've just named this incredible vessel. We've had 7 of the most glorious and gracious godmothers. So I'm feeling wonderful.
Good night, that tonight's gonna be